Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to my channel. I am EJ the Empress, also known as Oshun's Oracle. So whether you are viewing this message on the EJ the Empress page or the Oshun Oracle page, I am the founder of both channels, okay? I woke up from my sleep with this message on my mind. So I feel as though if you are seeing this message, you are truly meant to see this message because I like my sleep. I love my sleep. I do. But it's very significant because I woke up with certain messages. One of the messages being, you can't pimp me. I'm a pimp myself. And I know that's a song. I don't know who makes that song, but I explicitly remember hearing that song as a child. And I really liked it because I'm like, you can't pimp me. I'm a pimp myself. And didn't know what a pimp was, okay? But in hindsight, I feel as though you may be in this energy of removing a lot of unnecessary energy from your life to a point of really being able to see from the veil how people were playing with your top, how people were putting you in a position to not necessarily know what their moves were. This feels like people were trying to manipulate you or even block you from certain situations, because even as I was shuffling through the cards, even as I was preparing this whole message, I kept feeling as though it's like a specific energy that wants to be in your life but wants to have control over your life. So we're going to take some time to see what's going on. And fair warning, I have been working on my home. My nails are not done. My hands might be kind of busted, okay? Give me some grace there, because I promise you, I literally woke up from my sleep, fixed my mic, prepared everything, and I said, let me get this message out while it is still heavily on my mind, okay? I have already said my prayer. I have already set my intention. So I genuinely hope you that is viewing this message right now, I hope you're feeling okay. And if you're not, by the time this video ends, I know you will be feeling okay. Ashe. Now, first things first, I want to pull from, what is this? How did I lose my train of thought? The golden wheel. How did I lose my train of thought? All right, disclaimers out of the way. Let's see what's currently going on with the collective with this. You can't pimp me. I'm a pimp myself. What the heck is going on with y'all? Let's start here. What's going on with y'all? Oh, and she naked. I gotta cover her up. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find something I can put over her really quick. Really quick. I can't find nothing to cover her up. Yes, I can. And I just dropped it. Ah. Trying to move fast because I'm not editing this video. I'm not. When I say, yeah, I woke up out of my sleep, I mean it. All right, we're just going to cover her up with this right here so we don't get demonetized. So this feels like someone is trying to come back into your life. I don't know if y'all heard me hit the mic, and if you did and you're wearing headphones, I sincerely apologize. But I feel like someone is trying to come back into your life after betraying you, because they are now recognizing who you are. This feels as though this could potentially be either a no contact situation, or you may be debating on whether or not you need to cut said energy off. And I'm going to just say energy because this could be more than one person that's embodying this energy of betrayal. I feel as though They want to try and either win you back or bribe you back. This could be someone who wants to give you some financial gain or even take you out or just offer you something that's tangible, because I feel like whoever is embodying this energy, they have lied to you a lot, a whole lot, to a point of causing a lot of distress and dismay. The fact that I'm using D words, this could be a masculine energy that thought that they were going to demonize you, if you know what I mean when I say demonize, So just be mindful of old people trying to come back in this kind-hearted energy. I'm not sure that these people have good intentions just based on how they treated you in the past. And the reason why I say that is because it feels like you may be indecisive about whether or not to keep this energy around for a specific reason. This feels as though it kind of feels like whatever this person is offering could actually put you in this star energy. And that's not to say you need this energy, but it's something about what they have. This could be some type of reprimations from spirit. It's not the fact that you need to just receive it to forgive them or so they get back in your good graces. This could be a weird way of spirit gifting you something, because I'm kind of getting the energy of like God has a sense of humor. God has a sense of humor to where, like, if you ever heard the phrase, make your enemy your footstool. God will make your enemy your footstool. This is what this kind of feels like. Like, the Most High may be putting this person in a position to be the reason why you have a specific level up, or be the reason why you gain something. Because the fact that whatever they did to you was meant to break you, but now what they're doing is meant to boss you up. And I don't feel like this energy is going to continue to have access once you have this level up. And that's that person's punishment, because they're going to have to live with the fact that they tried to break you, and then they tried to come back thinking that they were going to be in your life long term by gifting you whatever this is. And then spirit is like going to snatch you away from them. And that's going to be their punishment. Because this feels like this person could be trying to get right with spirit, like trying to pray for you, trying to manifest, to have you in their life. And it just feels like, like it just feels as though spirit is like, okay, it's like making someone believe that they're winning and they're not. Like they could have won the fight, but they're losing the war. That's what it feels like, because this person is in this energy of trying to be vulnerable under the assumption that being vulnerable is going to put you in a position of remembering the good times y'all had, is going to put them in a position of now being open enough to apologize and ask you for your forgiveness. Because I feel like whoever is embodying this energy, they're not one to be so willingly to apologize. For some reason, this feels like a energy where they feel like they can do no wrong. And this is not stemmed with just you. I feel like this could be a person who is either a know-it-all, or it could just be the fact that whoever they were dealing with outside of you, they possibly were that person who never did any wrong, which is why they end up being in this position of playing games with you. Because I feel like this person couldn't have their way with you. But whoever they were dealing with outside of you, they always got their way with those people. So once they saw that they couldn't get their way with you, they had to try to come in and manipulate situations. And because they tried to play with your top, they tried to play with you. Spirit is like, okay, we got something for you. Yes, this person gonna be in their head. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ashiganda. And I know that's not even no word. So Princess and the Frog can be significant. This could be someone who's acting like Dr. Fassier. New Orleans could be significant, or just being in the South in general could be significant, because the fact that I pulled on that specific energy, this could be a person who's under the assumption that, or matter of fact, they might be trying to embody like some Prince Naveen type of energy. Because again, this was feeling very masculine, regardless of the person's gender. But what I'm getting is that this could be a person who, they may not have a lot right now, but they may come from a wealthy background, or they may be spiritually wealthy, but then you can lose your spiritual rank by playing with another strong spiritual being. So this person goes from thinking that they are Prince Naveen when the whole time they the shadow man. The whole time is like, nah, you been lost your spiritual rank, because you being in this manipulative energy, whether it's you sending evil eye, whether it's you gossiping, whether it's you trying to use somebody's body in the wrong way. Because I'm getting how you've been betrayed is in a multitude of ways, to where this person didn't even have to do that, which is crazy. This person didn't even have to treat you that way. But again, because they're used to always getting their way, and again, tapping back into like that Prince Naveen energy. Prince Naveen was a playboy. He was used to getting his way. But as soon as he met Tiana wasn't going for that. She kind of looked at him like, whatever. Not even realizing he a whole prince. But she kind of just side-eyed him like, boy, I got stuff I got to do. I'm not going to slow down for nobody, not even you. And so you could have had that mentality with this person. Like, hey, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you got to offer me. I don't care how good your intimate energy could be, because it's crazy to me how people, and I'm gonna just say people, will assume that if they have good, and I'm gonna try to say this, and I hope I don't get flagged, we're just gonna call it sexual energy. It's crazy how people will assume that they can use that energy to hypnotize or dematize a person. And that may work on simple-minded individuals. That may work on people who are like solely operating in their lower chakra energy. Because if you stay in your root energy, yeah, it'll be easier for somebody to overtake you, right? You're not like that though. You have many layers. You operate in all of your chakra energy. So it would not be easy for someone to try to use that, because I feel like your sexual energy is more so healing. And this person, if they're trying to overtake you, it's like they're trying to snatch your energy, which is why I said what they're doing, they don't even have to do it, which makes no sense. Like, why are you even doing it? Why, especially to you? Strength at the bottom of the deck. You could have helped this person in so many ways. I feel like even with you still keeping this person around for the duration of the time, if you decide to, you would still be helping this person. Yes, I want to get a little bit more, because what does the collective have to look out for in regard to the situation as a whole? What do y'all have to look forward to as a whole? Oh, king of one. What I say? This is a playboy. Because see, they may look good. They may be artistic. They may even come up with, creative ways to get you back in their life, right? But I'm telling you, this type of energy, you could have contributed to this person in some way, shape, or form. You could have put yourself in a position where they were able to truly see themselves because you saw them. Yeah, exactly. Four of Pentacles. Now you're retracting, you're retreating. I'm hearing fleeting too. Some of y'all like ran away from this person. But anyway, this definitely feels as though now you're in this energy of protecting yourself. I'm also hearing this energy, and notice how this is not just full-on masculine energy, although it is king. Woman can be king too. This is a feminine energy who's very androgynous, meaning that she can tap into both energies of being feminine and masculine at the same time. I was going to say congruently, You may be one of those people who's very good at math, very good at puzzles and games, because initially, even as I was getting up, I was also hearing like they, how you play somebody, how you can't play a player. Yeah. Like you can't play a player. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Yeah, like somebody tried to play in your face. They tried to play you and got played. That's what it is. They tried to play you and they finna get played. I may even make that the title. Yeah, exactly. What I just say? I can't make this up. Oh my God. They tried to play you and they finna get played. Oh my God. The mind games are backfiring. That is crazy work. But then again, it's not crazy because why are you trying to mess with the divine? And I'm talking about you. Why are you trying to mess with the divine? Why are you trying to mess with chosen ones who are put here to heal, yet you want to use all of that energy for yourself? That's what it feels like. This energy wanted to use you, take all your wonderful energy for themselves. Confirmation. Confirmation. Yeah. What else do they need to know? Let's get significant cards for this. Person wanting you to trust them. Meanwhile, they finna be operating in lack, dwelling on the past endeavors, all of the things that they did to you. Look at that fate. Detours, divine intervention. Here it is. We have divine timing and divine intervention. I am telling you, Spirit is putting you in a position where if you decide to keep this person in your life, it is going to be for another temporary season, because I feel like you in this specific energy could have been meant to embody or just experience each other for an extended period of time. However, this specific energy messed up the flow of how things were supposed to go. Now, God is not a God of confusion. The Most High will never put you in a situation where you are just being tested. I don't even be liking when people try to make it seem as though God is just so cruel and so harsh, like God is just going to constantly put you through compromising situations. No, a lot of times we as people do that stuff to ourselves. Like it's never just God trying to put you in no crazy situation. This is why you should not fear God. You should love God enough to trust that you are going to be okay. Because I'm a firm believer that the Most High is loving and not just an evil spiritual parent. Like I veer away from that type of mentality, because to me it's very one-dimensional. It's very one-minded, very westernized. I don't believe in fear-based relationships. And I guess that's significant for me to tell you that, because this feels as though this person could have put you in the mindset of being fearful, maybe even insecure about yourself. And when I bring up fearful, it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh, they were just abusive. If that is the case, I will hope that you don't even consider staying with that person. If they were abusive at all, no, that does not. I don't feel like you need to put yourself in a position where that person could harm you again. But when I'm just speaking on fear, it could be just overall mind games can cause anxiety, and that can be rooted in childhood trauma that maybe you have not dealt with, maybe you have not unpacked, and that can be linked to that. Because if you grow up in a specific household where your parents instilled fear inside of you instead of love, and what I mean by that is like you may have had parents that wanted you to fear you in order for you to respect them instead of them pouring love into you, and then you have that innate respect because you love them. Because I know a lot of people grow up in that energy of fear, like fear of disappointing them, fear of getting in trouble or getting caught, fear of just certain things to where it might show up in your adulthood. I feel like whoever is embodying this energy, that's exactly how they grew up, which is why they feel like they have to manipulate stuff because they want things to finally go their way. This feels like a person who never had control in their life, So any way that they can have control, they're going to take advantage of it, right? You, my divine baby, I need you to know you don't have to deal with those type of situations. You don't. You have a choice. This is why I had to go on that small tangent about the Most High putting you in situations where, yes, your enemy will be made into your footstool, but you have a choice on whether or not you have this energy in your life or not, because God is not trying to teach you a lesson. You're not in a position where the Most High wants you to feel pain in order for you to get prosperity. That is not how that works. You do not have to just constantly go through stuff just to reap your harvest. That is not how that works. And if you think that's how that works, I need you to change your perspective, because I'm a firm believer the Most High don't work like that. It's never you just got to constantly, because even getting back to that Tiana situation, oh, I got to work even harder to get my restaurant. And the whole time Mama Odie is like, no, baby, you've been doing too much work. That's your problem. You need to learn how to operate through love, relaxation. You need to operate in a position where you know things are going to be easy for you. Because if you're constantly doing hard work and you're struggling, that says a lot. If you're going out of your way for people who don't care about you, that says a lot, especially if you're still helping these people and you're making excuses for it. Well, they love me, or they're going through this, or well, everybody struggles with certain things and I know what that feels like. Okay, that's cute, but no, we're not doing that. No, they need to seek help, and you are not their free therapist. If you're going to at least be their therapist, you need to charge them, okay? Send them invoice. Send them, a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, whatever request, Apple Pay, whatever. You need to be compensated for your time. And I feel like if this is a person who's safe enough, and when I say safe enough, you're going to know if it's safe for you. If this is a person safe enough, they're going to end up compensating you in some type of way. And that is what the Most High will allow. Now, if you just absolutely sure that you do not want this person around, then by all means, cut them off. Because again, I'm not telling you you have to keep this energy around. You just may need to see for yourself if this person is going to get their lashings. I don't know why it has to be lashings. You want this person to get whooped? Huh? Is that what it is? Like, somebody needs to beat you. Your mama should have whooped you. That's what it feels like. Your mama should have whooped you. Okay, you ain't get enough for them. You ain't get enough time out. You ain't get enough punishments. So this energy could be very, very spoiled, and you're not. Yeah. Oh my God. As I pick up my Stranger Things deck, 4 of Wands. Is this 4 strands? Strands is wands. 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This could be an energy that absolutely loves you. Loves you. And I'm not telling you that to confuse you. What this lets me know is that this person, they didn't know how to love. They didn't. And as I cut the deck, the full card is here. This is a person who did not know how to love. And I feel as though Spirit wants me to empathize with this person temporarily, simply because with you try to find the good in people. And if you decide to keep this person around, it is going to benefit you, especially if it's safe. Like, this person hasn't hurt you beyond repair. Like, if they just played mind games, okay, cool. Not saying like that's cool, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's a reason why, and you probably know why this person did what they did, right? That does not justify it. That does not excuse it. I feel that's why Spirit is okay with this energy being here, because you still being around, you're going to teach this person a huge lesson. Like, you're going to become their shadow work. That's what it feels like to me. You become this person's shadow work. Yeah. Yes, you do. Let's dig a little bit deeper. Show me more, Spirit. What I said, what I just say? Oh my God, justice. You become this person's shadow work. You are going to get everything you deserve in regard to, wow, this person mishandled me. They mistreated me. I'm even hearing they misguided me. You could have put your faith in this person to get something done or to give you specific information, and they could have purposely led you down the wrong path, but they did that so you can keep coming back. They did that out of fear of like, okay, if I give you the game or if I give you this information, are you going to take this and give it to somebody else? Are you going to take what I give you and just, are you going to take my energy and give it to somebody else? I feel like this person, they've dealt with people that have done that to them. This is why Spirit wants me to have empathy for them. I'm not going to completely sympathize with them, although that kind of is what empathy is. But the reason why it has to be empathy is because you've felt that way before. The reason why we're not going to overly sympathize, though, is because when you get to a point where you're overly empathic, you would trauma bond with a person. And that's not the point. The point is just for you to recognize the duality as to why you two were even meant to cross paths in the first place, right? So empathizing with them and knowing why they did what they did is to help heal you, so you don't, again, be under this energy of assumption that you're being punished for something or that you have to constantly go through this or you're constantly attracting these things. It's not like that. It's not. It may seem that way, but it's not. So I also want you to pay attention to the type of energy you allow in your life. Because again, it's not always the Most High trying to teach you something. Take accountability for your part. How much of this have you allowed? How long have you let this person overstay? So now that with this specific energy, the Most High recognizes that this person is not overtly evil. They're like, okay, we're going to let this person stay for a little bit, but you're going to be the reason why they finally learned the lesson that they've been ignoring. This is why justice is here. This is why. Because I can tell you've been trying to stay busy. The fact that papers and a book are in her hand, you have been trying to stay busy, and you do that. You may, get out of certain relationship and situations. You may go back to school. Some of you may be in medical fields, beauty industry, doing hair. Some of you may even be content creators. Some of you may be in positions where you could be a parent, or you could just have responsibilities within your family. Some of you could be even like a martyr of some sort, because this feels as though you're not just being rewarded for this one situation. This energy is like going to be layered on top of layer. This is just like the start of it. That's what that feels like. Tell me more. Yes, 5 of strands. 5 of wands. Okay. This tells me something very, and I'm laughing because for me, whenever I see 5 of wands, I immediately feel competition, right? So the fact that I brought up things that you could be doing within your life, you've dealt with competitive energy before. You've dealt with people trying to compete where they cannot compare, because I don't feel like you ever view other people as competition. But for some reason, people always want to compete with you as if they can do the things that you do and they never could, not even on their best day. And it's not me being cocky towards you. I just see what I see and I know what I know. And I feel like that is exactly how you operate, which is why I say I'm seeing something. Like people, when they see you, that's how they feel. They like, I'm seeing something. They might not even know you, which is why they just have this feeling of like, you got some energy on you. I like you. Like you may just have people that want to randomly talk to you, want to randomly come up to you in a grocery store, if you're trying to run some errands, just anything. But what else I'm picking up as well, you're going to have people that are going to be trying to compete to get back into your life. That's a part of that justice too, because I'm also getting outside of this primary energy that we've been focusing on. There's some secondary energy that wants to be aligned to you. That specific energy that was primary could be the reason why you could be closed off. I don't want you to be closed off. I don't want you to only focus on your work. Don't get me wrong. Focus on your bag, but just know that that bag gonna be there. It ain't going nowhere. So you don't have to focus on that. I want you to truly embody living your life. I want you to be in a position where you're not starving yourself all because someone else tried to starve you. Because I don't think people realize that sometimes that happens. Like when someone tries to put you in a position of isolation because they want you all to themselves, you may willingly give into that energy and not even be consciously aware that you're letting them win by doing that. Like, oh, I'm gonna cut them off. I'm not gonna deal with nobody. I'm just gonna make my money. You're giving this person exactly what they want, because then when they come back and they see, oh, you're not really dealing with nobody. Oh, cool. Maybe what I did was right. No, we're not. We're not gonna justify them in that sense. I want you to be able to embody your divine energy and be okay with people trying to compete to be back in your energy, even compete for your affection, even though I don't feel as though you are a negative individual that would just want people fighting over you, literally fighting over you. But you need to be okay with the fact that you're worth fighting over. And you may not see that sometimes, you know? Yeah. Even with the Four of Cups, exactly. Oh my God. Because the Four of Spokes that's cup energy. So this feels as though, again, you were feeling unworthy. You were feeling as though, like, you know what, maybe it's not meant for me to have love right now. Maybe it's not meant for me to be in my creative bag. It's something that you really wanted to do, and you were kind of stopping yourself from just enjoying that as a whole. So the fact that justice is here, this is giving me a different kind of message, which is why I said I am seeing something. So in the essence of it, people competing over you, competing for your affection, you're no longer in this Four of Cup energy. That primary energy is now in that Four of Cup energy. They have to sit back and watch you enjoy all of the different opportunities, because you could be applying for different positions. You could be just now about to graduate soon, and then you're going to have more opportunities, because I do feel like travel could be significant. I do feel like just moving around and wanting to be around different people, different cultures, because I'm seeing online overseas. Online overseas. That's what I'm saying. So even if you do anything online and this person has access to it and they're seeing it, they're going to be in shambles, because they have to witness people embodying the opportunities to get close to you. And by that time, you'll probably been to cut this person off by then. That's what that feels like. And they know they deserve to be cut off, which is why they can't say anything. They're just going to have to deal with it. Oh, well. Too bad. So sad. I'm going to get you a few more messages. Yeah. Because I said, I don't want to make this too long, too overwinded. Yeah. Because I'm going to end up having to get some things done. Yeah. What else does the collective need to know? Wow. Cycles and changes. Oh, higher self-activation. Indeed. Oh, I love this for you. I do. Old cycles are going to be closing out. Butterflies are significant. You could have some type of butterfly tattoo. You could just love butterflies in general. Let butterflies be a symbolism for you. Let that be a totem. The more you see butterflies, the more you are getting closer and closer to your higher self, closer and closer to different points of activation, because I feel like, again, with this video game energy, it's like you're constantly leveling up, right? So let the butterfly be as significant that you're going to the next level each individual time. And you can decide how that is appearing for you. Whether you say, hey, when I see yellow butterflies, I know I'm leveling up. If I see a blue butterfly, I know I'm leveling up. Make your totem be so specific to you. You have no choice but to see it and recognize that that's what it is, okay? So even as I see your higher self being activated, this lets me know again and again and again, the fact that I have to say it like that, you've been waiting again and again and again for certain things, and they are here. You just needed to be in the position to receive them, because a lot of times it's not the fact of, again, you're being punished. It could just literally be the fact you're not who you need to be in order to have the things you so desire to attain. Because we can ask for things, we can manifest for things all day, but if you're not attaching to that prayer, to that manifestation, having the discernment to be able to keep the thing you are asking for, having the strength to be able to protect the thing you are asking for, then you will be putting yourself in a position of failure immediately. And it's not because you're deserving to fail. No, it could literally just be that, hey, what you're asking for takes a lot of responsibility. It's going to take a little bit more energy that maybe you are aware of. And the Most High, again, is not going to operate off of confusion. So when you are in this position of about to receive the things that you want, it's going to take some character building. It is. You're going to be put in situations where you may feel as though, dang, am I being tested? No, you're being built. That's it. You're being built. That's it. You're under renovation. Butterfly. Okay. You may have had to go and be in your cocoon, but this is why I'm telling you, you do not hide away. Let people see how beautiful you are. Just because that person didn't see it, that don't mean nobody else gonna see it. I just told you you finna have people fighting over you. So why are you questioning yourself? You never used to question yourself before, so what are you doing? Don't hide away. When you go outside, dress up all the time. I don't care if you go into a pharmacy. I don't care if you going grocery shopping. I don't care if you go into the gas station. You better be the baddest thing walking on the premises to where people see you. They know you somebody. Because you're not just anybody. I need you to know that. This person know that. Why do you think they tried to manipulate you so they can keep you for themselves? It's like, they like, can I keep you? Can I keep you? Oh, you want to act like Casper the ghost? And guess what? You're going to get ghost. You're going to get ghost. No. Storms are here. So whether this is just physical storms, whether rain is significant, some of you, it always rains on your birthday. I don't know why I need to say that, but it always rains on your birthday. But anyway, I do feel like this is the form of like a tower. A tower is going to happen. And towers are not bad. Please do not be one of those people who assume that they are. Towers happen when we as people do not allow ourselves to let the divine do what it needs to do. When we don't give in and just let go, letting go of the things that we can't control and just focusing on the things that we can, right? Because when you're a soul here having a human experience, you're not meant to know everything. You're not meant to control everything either, right? But sometimes the things that you can control, you may still decide, well, I want to see for myself. Like if the Most High is leading you towards something and you're not actively paying attention, that can cause a tower. And then you literally are forced to be shifted in the direction you were meant to go the entire time. And you knew you were supposed to go, but you just willingly chose not to for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be, again, you're being punished. It's just, it's more so a swift pivot that can sometimes be a little bit painful. Okay. A little bit, just a little bit, okay? But I feel like the reason why this is here is because the fact that Spirit is allowing this person to be in your life, you may go through a small hiccup and this person shows up for you in some type of way. And it doesn't have to be anything large. This is why I'm calling it a small hiccup. Because if you're a very giving person, especially money wise, right? You're always wanting to just give and help people because if you got it and if I got it, I'm gonna help people because I would want somebody to help me. Okay, again, that's cute, but that's not gonna get you very far in life. Sometimes the Most High will literally put your resources on pause if you're doing too much when it comes down to helping people that you know you're not supposed to help. That's just for example purposes, okay? So saying that to say, if let's just say again with finances, if your finances are always good, but then you get in a position where, let's just say a check is delayed. If you're viewing this in real time, government shutdown is happening, checks may get delayed, or even if a holiday shows up and then a check is delayed and then you just need some extra assistance, this individual happens to be in the vicinity and knows what's going on, and then they reach out to you and just randomly give you some money. All right, cool. Again, example purposes only. But what this feels like is that you may have a very tiny problem or a tiny issue, and there may just be some type of way where whatever this issue is, I want you to pay attention to what the problem is and how it ties into your form of giving to people, because this is going to be a sign of how you're overgiving. So if it is your finances, you need to stop giving so much of your financial resources away. If it's like your car, you may need to not, chase after energy so much. Be in this energy of receiving instead of constantly trying to. And I know you're not intending to be forceful, but if you're chasing after something, you're literally being forceful because you're trying to make it come to you instead of you relaxing, focusing on the things that you're supposed to and letting it come to you on its own. Because it's like, I feel like even with love, to love someone unconditionally means to allow them the freedom to do what they desire and you accept them for who they are at their core, just like they should be accepting you at your core. But if you're constantly trying to change somebody, you don't love that person unconditionally. That's very much trying to love them under your own conditions. And that's not to try to justify someone being in this, energy of cheating or manipulative. It's not that. But if they're doing these things on their own, you have a choice to leave. So it'll be best if you leave instead of trying to force the energy to be what you needed to be for you. If it was meant to be for you, it would naturally be that, and you wouldn't have to force it to be that. Does that make sense? I know it makes sense. I know it makes sense. Sometimes you got to add logic to emotion, okay? Sometimes you do. But again, something about this pause right here, and it's very, very small. This may be something that you don't even feel, honestly, whatever this is, but it's something that you're meant to notice. It's gonna be small enough to where it doesn't impact you, but big enough for you to notice. That's the best way I can describe it. Because I feel like with you know the type of resources you have. So with problems, they don't bother you as much. And they shouldn't bother you. So I'm glad you at least have that mentality. But again, it's a significant situation. So pay attention to everything. There are no coincidences. And you may end up feeling like you're in woo-woo energy to where it's like everything is a sign. No, literally. I need you for the next, I'm hearing 6 weeks to 3 months. Pay attention to everything. Everything. And I feel as though you're meant to pay attention to everything because there have been certain things you've been ignoring and your spirit team don't want you to ignore anymore. This is the energy that I am seeing. These are your messages. I hope that you have received the clarity that you needed in order for you to be led down your designated path, because it is always my intention to assist you the best way to my abilities as to yours. I'd like to thank you for trusting me with your energy. I'd also like to thank your high vibrating spirit guides and ancestors, as well as my high vibrating spirit guides and ancestors for aligning these messages wherever you may be, whatever time you are viewing this. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, evening. Know that I love you. Know that the Most High loves you. Be safe. Stay dangerous. And all that means is don't let people play with your top. And if you do, you better be at least 10 steps ahead of these people. You better at least be consciously aware if you're going to allow it, because people will only do what you allow them to do. Know that I love you, okay? Bye.